Speech is going to have to play a little bit more carefully. Going to go off immediately with the explosion super. Will they be able to get close enough to make it happen, or will they die in the meantime here? 2F to get the pressure on. Yep, Jack Dash it out there and just completely rolling out of there just to keep things safe. Good position from Swift there, taking the first round. So Speech being very well with their 6Ps and everything like that is actually a good thing, considering Swift is jumping a lot and trying to do a lot of Dolphin. That'll be a good counterplay that we're going to be seeing over the course of the set if they're able to confirm off of it. 6P again. And Zay goes up there. Ooh, does a 5K. Actually hits low, but does end up doing a super jump, unfortunately. The auto super. Rest and roll again. And actually maybe try to go for the command grab there, but the 2 kicks will actually push May out of range. Again. All right, there we go. We got the command grab there, but doesn't get the full confirm. And oh my gosh, the stun off that. Gets the command grab this time here. Doesn't get the full conversion for a few hits on OTG, but that missile will be coming back thanks to that high heat that Kai is rocking right now here. Back dash have to make some more space here to get the Dolphins charging. It's working well so far. Up Dolphin as a punish. 5H again. The wall. That's the wall right there, brother. The missile going up there. Won't be coming back down. Not that high heat quite yet. But a few 6P shots there. We'll push towards the corner. Letting off some steam Bennett as we do some 5Hs there just to cool down just a bit. But they're in prime position here. As long as they're able to control their heat, they have a pretty good advantage here, and Speech will be able to do some pressure over on Swiftz. All right, missile number 1, anti-air. Anti-air number 2, going for the swing there, gets the hit! Gonna earn the corner off this with hard knockdown. Tries to go for the command grab, doesn't work. Overhead kiss will not be reaching today. You cannot kiss your homies goodnight. All right, blocking the missile there, a little bit more patience. Oh! The double clash mash DP. Actually let Speech escape from that for free. Double whale super and immediately up Dolphins into the oncoming missile. That is unfortunate there. A lot of controls from Swift in the match overall, but getting a little bit wild when they were pushed out of distance. And so that allowed Swift to get a lot more missiles out on the ground, from air-to-ground missiles to the air missiles and whatnot. And I don't think there was exactly a good positioning for Swift to at least figure out how to get through that sort of stuff. But now, switching over to Potemkin here, one hell of a change. You would think the lack of mobility would make Swift a little bit more scared, but let's see here. One grab is all it takes sometimes. But that 6P is really good at preventing Potemkin from getting that slide head in there, just because it has so many multiple hits really quickly. It prevents and chews through that super armor. And Speech needs to be very, very aware of that, just trying to throw it out as much as possible at neutral. And goes for the explosion super again. Will Swift be able to escape it a second time? All right, DP again. Gonna get knocked down off this. Gonna be right on top of them, but does miss the meaty 2S there. And goes on the super through the wall, and then gets the explosion. The damage is wild right here. Nice 6K there, just do some little bit of damage. It goes for another one. Speech is a big fan of this super right now. Speech actually making their words be heard here with their own form of speech. Getting the grab right there as well in the corner. Swiftz now finds themselves on the back foot. All right, hammer fall here. Ooh, tries to go for a 5D mix-up, but goes immediately for the stun edge there. Oh my god, chasing down again. Goes for another explosion super. Speech can't keep getting away with this, but they absolutely will at this right here. Oh, it goes for the order again, and hit the hit confirm. Will be doing explosion again. Oh my god, and taunting as well before it close slash to get a small, soft knockdown. You know what? I respect that. You know what you're about when you're doing that move. You got a style and profile sometimes. All right, nice 2 there. Anti-air missile once again. Oh! I wonder if that Mega Fist was maybe potentially an attempt at the command grab. Unfortunately, Mega Fist backwards does give the space that Speech needs to stay safe. And now Global some table here. Using that FD there, maybe unnecessarily. Maybe more dead angles could be in Swift's future here, but runs right in, goes for the Aura, needs to actually faultless defense that so they don't get chipped out. Ooh, all right, Mega Fist number 1. Got to knock down off that. All right, hammer fall, jumps in, safe jumps, does block. Mega Fist again, but this 5H keeps coming out there and walling out Swiftz over and over again. And nodding, just confirming, make sure it is first to 2 there. Confirming, excellent, good stuff to everyone, but even better stuff to Speech. Doing an excellent job, making sure they use a lot of those big normals and those anti-air normals that Swiftz was not able to get through.